Metaverse land, right? You got to talk about what's going on in the freaking world.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? More evident than ever what happened yesterday. It was like a huge sell-off, right? Maybe not huge, but I think it was the biggest one since like February of last year.
It was a little scary.
Sell-off.
It was a little scary. I mean, we were talking about how we're affected emotionally when the price goes down, but then when you zoom out, it's like it's only 10%. It's like, what the hell? That's not even a big deal.
Yeah, it's disgusting that like I still feel emotional like impacts from like any price movements. Like this deep in 4 or 5 years into these markets, like it's disgusting. But it is what it is, dude. I'm human. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
But having said all that, Will, you're still positively bullish?
Oh yeah, definitely. Dude, I'm diehard. We're gonna see a $200,000 Bitcoin sometime, in the middle of this year. So,
oh yeah,
I'm still calling it. I think. I mean, we made this prediction. I mean, off the backs of like Plan B and all that, but the math makes sense, and I think that's where we're gonna go. This little dip. I mean, I don't know if people aren't accumulating, then I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, a lot of people are probably they're reeling from all the expenditures from the holidays. True, it's like true. I can't afford to be buying Bitcoin even at these prices, right? But let's see. Will there be a POAP today, Willis?
Yes, indeed. So for the Popaholics, we do have this cool Pope. And I guess if you want to see what it looks like, I have it right here. Actually, you don't have to go that far. There it is, newly minted. It is quite well designed, if I say so myself. What do you think, man?
I like the honeycomb, dude, or whatever that is. Those purple hexagons.
You don't like traversing into space at hyper speed? Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, don't even waste your breath trying to explain the physics behind what's happening to that Rovi. Because I'm not all for it, dude. I just watched a movie last night that was totally.
Oh yeah.
You seen Tenet, right? You seen that movie?
Oh yeah, for sure. I thought you were gonna talk about Don't Look Up.
No. Apparently, this Tenet movie has something to do with I don't know physics. I don't fucking know, dude. TJ Chewy, chime in here, dude. I don't know, some kind of like crazy physics phenomena.
Yeah,
Christopher Nolan based his whole movie on, but to me, it was a total snooze fest.
I didn't really like it either. I like the concept of it, but like going backwards in time, I really didn't understand it, and so I was like, moving on. But exactly. But I do like those type of movies though, like In Time and Interstellar, things like that.
Yeah, typically they're good, but this one just didn't rub me right. But
yeah, agreed.
Anyways, that's all I think about when I see like this time warping going on in the background. I don't know if you're getting sucked into a black hole or whatever the fuck, some kind of time vortex. But yeah, dude, I don't know.
All right,
so back to what I was saying earlier. Yeah, I think now that we're starting a new year, it's definitely important to recenter, regrasp, however you want to say it. Like there's a lot of shit going on, especially in the crypto markets. Like it's hard to put your finger on the pulse these days, right? Like what's going to happen next?
And I'm wearing my Bitcoin shirt just in solidarity of the price going down. It's like
I'm wearing my ETH shirt. Did you see that?
Oh, dude, what the hell? We did not plan this.
No,
it was like the Blue Chip Brothers.
Exactly.
So yeah, Green Schiffer, thanks for joining us. We didn't bring in the community this time just because there's so much to talk about. There's a lot to discuss. There's a lot of updates for Rovies. I guess we should just jump into it, right, Iron?
Yeah, definitely. Hit us with those updates, dude. Because I'm sure a lot of y'all are burning to know like what's in the works, what's coming up. I mean.
Yeah. So
it's kind of like everyone's thing, right? It's New Year. It's time to like really fucking go ham at it, whatever it is we want to go at, right?
Yeah, so. I think going ham is prudent in this case because I think the top is going to come like within the next 6 months, and then that's when people put their heads down and start working. But yeah, this is important. This is important to understand. So let's just go into the updates. We have in the next 24 hours, we're going to I guess enact the Testers Guild to start deploying the transporter. And so what we're going to do is we're going to create a specific channel. We're going to add roles to the testers. And in that channel, we're going to start kind of basically onboarding people to start testing this stuff out and giving us feedback in that same channel. So this will happen with like the next, I guess couple of hours. We'll implement that. And so I think by the start of tomorrow, we'll have everything set up for you guys to deploy transporters. And most importantly, if you have a transporter without land, you can contribute that to a land in Decentraland. And so if you happen to come across a landowner who wants to deploy these transporters, and you can contribute it and basically delegate it to that landowner, and then kind of start the ball rolling on deploying some of these assets. So we're going to start with the transporter, then we're going to move on to the supercharger, and then slowly start adding these different metas for the Rovi game, and pretty much the testers, the guild there, they're going to be testing everything first. They're going to be the first ones to deploy. So which is important because we have several wearables. So a lot of the wearables are in development, but what we want to do is we want to give everyone who currently has a Rovi right now an exclusive wearable, right? That looks like a backpack. I forgot to get this image together, but let me see if I can put it together like here in the next few minutes. But it's like a cool. Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I'll show you in this picture, but it's basically a backpack with a Rovi inside of it. So you'll see what it looks like in a minute. But so that wearable, that backpack, is going to be exclusive to those who have a Rovi right now, right? Mm-hmm. And so if you buy a Rovi today and forward, you don't get this backpack. Now, if you're part of the Testers Guild, you'll get that backpack, plus you'll get an additional wearable that will look like kind of like a duffel bag. So that's kind of like what we're thinking about this particular wearable. And so this will be exclusive to the 50 or so that signed up for the Testers Guild. And so you guys are the only ones who are going to have that wearable. And there won't be like additional like Testers Guild wearables beyond that. At least not from what we can tell. So yeah, exclusive wearables to go around. But another thing that we're thinking is we want to implement potentially a contest where you guys can contribute, right? And this contest is all about making a new wearable where current Rovi owners, Rovi operators, and future operators will all get. So if assuming, we get 10,000 Rovi operators, well, there's going to be 10,000 of these wearables to give out. So yeah. I guess I want to get some feedback from the community and see if there's interest in creating a wearable for like the entire class of Rovi operators, and see if that makes sense. If not, then we can just find somebody to create the third wearable.
Yeah. Yes, that's we're leaving it up to you guys, because we understand, and we've witnessed like the emergence of the creator community within like the wearable sector, right?
Yeah,
we've been around since the beginning, dude, and we speculated even back in those days when it was a closed environment.
Yep.
In order to really unleash like some real creative potential, you got to open this thing up for like anybody to be, to participate within it, right? Like instead of like keeping these gates for only, maybe 5 or 10 different wearable creators at a time to come out with their different collections, it's very limiting, right? You're going to come out with good stuff, but it's nothing in comparison to like creating like an open ecosystem where anybody who has the ability to contribute can contribute, right? And we've seen it happen over the last year now. And our assumptions were correct, dude. Like the wearable community has outperformed even our expectations, right? 100%. They come up with some crazy shit. And the same thing happens to the meta community, right? Like they come up with some crazy shit you can't even expect.
Yeah,
right?
I totally agree. We speculated, man. We got some hate because thinking about
you get some hate, dude. I remember we got a lot of hate in those days.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and ultimately, I mean, the whole idea is we're always behind creators. That's what we think. And at the time, you had to be like a verified, wearable creator in order to like make content, and we didn't really agree with that model. And so there's a lot of people who disagreed with us because it would disrupt the wearables market, which it kind of did to a certain extent. But it disrupted it for now. Exactly. It disrupted it for only that moment because, you're transitioning from a closed to open. And of course, there's going to be some fluctuations there. But ultimately, we think that the creators who get a following, get an audience, those are the wearables that are going to be more valuable. And then you're going to have the developers come in and make those wearables functional, like the ice poker with Miles and Decentral Games. And right now they're like going for like, what is it, an ETH or something of something like that.
That's what we hypothesize, right? If it's not going to be like scarcity that brings value to wearables, it's going to either be branding or utility, right? And like we knew gaming was going to be a huge killer application to the metaverse, so we knew the wearables are going to be a very important component to that. So if you're going to create a good gameverse, which Decentral Games, like the casino ecosystem, is a good gameverse.
Yes.
If you apply wearables to these activities, like you're going to create value, right? And the market has picked up on that. Now they want to own these things, right? They want to own them and delegate them, right? People who might not be able to afford them. So everything is turning out how we were hoping it would turn out, right?
Just call us Cleo from now on, dude.
Shout out to Miles, though, for real. Decentral Games, all you guys over there, you're doing the damn thing, you know, and it's good to see.
All right, so there's some questions in the chat here. Let me see. Tarika, I've been out for a while. Did the Popes for Rovi backlog stories have been sent? No, they haven't. They will be sent probably by the end of this weekend. That's what we're going to do next week. We're going to go through some of the stories and kind of read through some of them. I already put in mine. Mine's pretty weird. I don't know if like Trey Waters has seen it, but I'll look for mine and kind of read that one. But yeah, that's what we're going to do next week. Just kind of read through some of the backstories and everything. And there'll be a Pope issued to everyone who that Rovi that description is on. That is on an ETH address that will receive that Pope. So if you wrote a description that on somebody else's, Rovi, you won't be receiving that Pope just because there's no way to prove anything besides who holds that Rovi. So that's going to be by the end of this weekend, and you're going to get that Pope. So, all right. Let's see. Damn, each Rovi Pope better and better. All right, appreciate it. Trey Waters. Let's see. Rip. Need a Rovi or Super Tyler. Any tester guild spots left? I think we've closed the testers guild for now, just because there's a good amount of people in there. So Super Tyler, I don't think there's a spot open there. And Trunks, we can we talk in VC? No, you cannot. At least for now. We'll open it up in the next call. Super Tyler, could a Rovi be represented in DCL as a full wearable outfit?
Rovi. I'm pretty
like,
sure it can, but I don't know about the technicality of everybody's unique Rovi becoming a unique wearable. That sounds impossible.
It's impossible. And the reason is because the decentralized wearables are each their own NFTs, and so it has like specific rules you got to follow. However, there are ways to do it, but it's not like a typical wearable that you would find from the Decentraland smart contract.
Yeah, I think Decentraland would have to create like a similar engine to what like Oscar created with the whole MetaGen engine, where we could piece together 3D components.
Yeah,
like as long as you put these 3D components into like this rendering engine, it can spit out these unique things.
Yeah,
Decentraland would probably have to do a similar thing like with their wearable.
Yeah, because you have to mint a certain count, and each count is the exact copy of each other, and so that count can't be different. At least it's not set up that way. So yeah, you can't do that. So Money Mafia, I messaged you about a guild a while ago, but I didn't get an answer. I'll have to see. I felt like I answered everybody. Maybe not. I'll look into that, Money Mafia.
Yeah. So just to speak on the wearable thing, like these back devices, we have concept imagery, and we reached out to a few creators who are pretty like, I would say are probably like the top, at least from our perspective, the top creators. Like when it comes to wearables, like we've been very impressed, right, by the creations that they've come up with. So that's what led us to reach out to them in the first place. And they're so impressive and so well suited to create this stuff. Like they have like a huge back order, I guess, to where it would take several months most likely for us to even get our wearables out. So we kind of had to go down the list, right, in order to get to like a little more expedited servicing for these things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we want this to, the main premise behind these wearables is for sure to add more uniqueness to like a Rovi operator. Like we understand in the metaverse, like your avatar's persona is your identity, right? Like, so we want everybody who's an operator to have something within their avatar to signify like their role as an operator within the metaverse, right? So we figured like a back device, it kind of plays on the concept of like a Pokeball in the sense like we want your Rovi to be with you at all times, no matter where you are. Even if you're not on a land who might be hosting like specific meta content for the Roviverse.
Yeah.
If you're in the fucking Central Plaza, there might not be any Rovi metas around or anything related to Rovies, but you still have your backpack with you, right? You're still an operator. So just to kind of give you an idea like what it is we want to provide, but yeah, like this isn't like the end all be all as far as like Rovi accessories, right? Like we want to expand from here.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hey, what's going on, Juxon? Welcome. So I posted in the chat the images that I was talking about. So it's kind of hard to see just because it's like super low resolution. But if you kind of zoom into the image, you can see like the type of backpack that we're talking about here. And so this will kind of like signify, like Iman was saying, that you're a Rovi holder. And so I guess one of the questions you might have is like, well, what's the utility of it, if there is any? So we're thinking about it. We don't know quite what the utility will be in this case, but we're thinking along the lines of if you're wearing the wearable, then you'll have potentially like a plus 5% bonus on like potential loot when playing the game. So there's that. And yeah, this only would apply to the game in Decentraland for at least for now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what did I miss.
Oscar said something. Your Rovi will be an avatar in certain areas and games.
Yeah.
So first of all, that's 100% true already. Like it already exists in the Rovi Matrix. You guys don't know this because you haven't been in there, but I've been in there. You can move around as your Rovi, which is essentially like your avatar presence within this metaverse, right? So in some cases, yes, like your unique Rovi can be your actual identity. So whether we're coming up with different like infrastructure type solutions to where like this can be applied to more than one metaverse, right? But we're in the very beginning stages of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could talk about that later.
Grump, I have not seen that wearable. Looks badass. Check that out, Iman, in the chat. That
shit.
Yeah, it looks like a suit robot, kind of like a transformer in a sense.
He's got like a little robot parrot on his shoulder, dude.
Oh yeah, I missed that.
I think that's what it is, unless that's like another robot in the distance. No, I'm pretty sure it's a shoulder pet, dude. I like that.
Yeah, it looks cool.
This is what I mean, dude. See, like it's just a random these people just creating cool shit. Exactly. Like I love it, dude.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I guess we can talk to this guy too to create additional wearables. But yeah, that's very cool. Let me go through. Let's see if there's any other updates.
So this is why it's the idea of creating like the ubiquitous Rovi operator wearable, which who knows, maybe it's a full bodysuit similar to this. We don't know yet, but we think leaving it up to the community to create this design for all 10,000 operators to, utilize as their own like avatar, identity.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to open it up to the community, right?
Yeah, I totally
let us know what you guys think. If you're in favor of the idea, yeah. Put a fire emoji on this robot, dude. Fire emoji means yes. Poop emoji means no, dude. If you want us to figure out what this ubiquitous design should be, throw a poop out there.
It's supposed to be a happy ice cream, Iman.
A happy ice cream?
Yeah, that's what that emoji is supposed to be.
Okay.
All right. Let's issue the Pope. So, all right, let's do this. Okay, so the bot is Metazone.io bot, and the password, send this bot. Wait, DM this bot. The password. Okay, 2022. So DM the bot the password 2022, and then go through the verification process and all that, and then you'll get issued this Pope.
How many POAPs will be issued up to this point? Do you have an idea? 17?
I think this is the 20th one, so like maybe 21 or 22. There's one or two that we didn't account for in like this list, because I think we did some popes for different purposes, like 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. So I think there's like 22 total.
Okay, right on. So all you guys collecting POAPs, keep doing your thing. You know, we're not going to stop issuing them, I don't think, anytime soon. I think we've done one giveaway so far, right? With the POAPs. We'll probably do more.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody already claimed theirs. Very nice. So it's working.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't sure if the bot was going to wake up or not today.
Yeah, good old bots, man. Speaking of bots, we need to update the Discord with collab.land. Now that we're going to be issuing a lot of these NFTs, we want people to indicate, you know, whether you're a landowner, whether you are have some metas, Rovies, things like that, and so each one will have like a specific role and like a specific chat that people can communicate with each other with. So yeah, that's going to be happening. What else? Yeah, we need to update Discord a lot more, so it makes it easier.
Yeah, Discord is going to be very essential in the here moving it. I mean, it already is, but it's going to be even more so for now because it's the communication hub for the community, right? And you know, now that we're introducing new tools for people to leverage their meta assets and like contribute them to new landowners and stuff like that, that's going to require a lot of back and forth collaboration between landowners, content owners, whoever the fuck, right? Whoever is going to be involved in constructing these game experiences, right, in the metaverse. So
yes,
as of right now, we're pretty much most likely we're imagining Discord being the main the main grounds for this kind of collaboration to occur, but it could happen within the metaverse itself. There's going to be a lot of communication going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Somebody could create these metas where they could display on their lands, like I'm looking for XXX meta in order to deploy my land. Things like this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what the community will come up with? But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of updates that need to be made. We encourage everybody to be more active in the Discord because, you know, once these new features roll out, it's important for everyone to understand, like everyone has aligned incentives in order to get this content deployed, right? Because this is how the game functions. And everybody who has a part in deploying this content and hosting this content, you're all getting benefit from that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I agree. So thinking about kind of like the Rovi game and the rollout, we got Trunks asking land drop coming soon. So the way that we're thinking about this is I think we need to release the game components first before there's a land airdrop, because a lot of what we think is going to happen once this game is released, there's going to be a lot more attention. And we want people to have land. And so if we distribute land right now, there's going to be roughly about 500 or 600 people, maybe a little bit more than that, who would get this land. And we want the land is just going to sit there and do nothing for the most part until the game is released. And so we thought, it's like, well, let's just focus on releasing the game first, and then after, once it's released and people are playing it, then they can, you know, bust out their cell phones and play it on their cell phone in this new Rovi Matrix. So yeah, that's what we're waiting for. Yeah. So
when I'll be able to use my Rovi? That's as soon as I think the hologram metas are deployed, right? Like by then they should become deployable.
Correct.
So use in what context? Use in battle, that's going to take a little bit longer, but at least the use where like they become present with you within the metaverse. Yeah, I think the hologram meta release would be the next big thing.
Yeah, so that will happen after we get the transporter deployed. Then next is a supercharger, and then after that is going to be the hologram meta.
Mm-hmm.
Green Shifter, wouldn't we want to build a little bit in the Matrix before the mobile game is launched? So that's the interesting thing about the Rovi matrix is that you can deploy existing metas into the Rovi matrix, and so there's not going to be a whole lot to build like that needs to be built, because that's kind of what we're designing here is the ability to have deploy like interoperable assets between the two worlds. But of course, there's going to be ways to build into the Rovi matrix, but like for the MVP, like you won't need that much in order to get that world populated. So is it Tridony? I cannot. So I think you have to have assets in your wallet. So if you go to metazone.io and go to my assets, well, click on the drop-down menu on the account, and there's my asset section. If you don't have any assets, you can jump into Decentraland, into this section here. And once you jump into Decentraland, you can head to 61-27, and then you can get a free asset. And then with that free asset, you can claim a Pope. Okay, I'll share this link. All right. So now that people are getting their Popes, we do have one giveaway. If you guys stick around towards another 10 or so minutes, we're going to be giving away a Rovi during this call. And so remember a couple of weeks ago, iMan, we had, so here's a transporter. This is one of the test transporters. A couple of weeks ago, we had somebody open up a Rovi, and I think we're going to try to do that again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm down, dude. When are we doing that? Like whoever wins this one or what?
Yeah, potentially. Let's see if there's an active participant here that can join us next week.
Okay. Also, we want to go over like the backstories, don't we, for all the Rovies that were submitted?
Yes.
So, how should we do that?
Well, I mean, we'll probably curate some before the call, and then we'll just kind of read through like the ones that we thought were entertaining.
Let's do a freaking what do you want to call it? Remember when we were kids, we had like, nap time / like reading time.
Yeah,
let's do that, dude. Minus the nap though.
Yeah.
Like
we're gonna put you guys to
I'm
sleep.
pretty sure. Yeah. I've read some of these and they're pretty interesting, man. Again, once you let people get a little creative and a little wonky, and
yeah,
that's when the interesting stuff starts to come out.
Yeah.
So just as a refresher, since it's a new year, guys, like come by the Metazone Tower if you haven't checked out these metas on display. There's a replicator, like as you can see, right there on the roof of our Metazone Tower. So this is one of the unreleased metas. I mean, it's not purchasable yet, right? But it's well understood. This is going to become like a very essential meta, part of the Roviverse. Just to kind of, if you haven't familiarized yourself with the concept of what a meta is and why it's important, how these things are going to contribute to the game functionality.
Yeah.
Come up to the roof of the Metazone Tower. There's this one to check out. All the 5 different variations of superchargers are up there as well.
Yep.
Kind of get in there. The functionality is not programmed into them yet, where like they're going to service Rovies as like charging hubs for them, but that's what they're there for. Everybody who owns a Rovi is going to own at least one of these. So yeah, man, there's a lot of refreshing that needs to be done, right? Because we just went through the holidays, right? Like everyone's brains are probably like in total mush mode.
Yeah,
mine included.
Yeah. Yeah, you actually ended up getting COVID, right?
Yeah, dude. COVID extreme.
Yeah, dude.
Wasn't that fun?
So, but you didn't lose taste and smell. So it wasn't like 1.0 version of COVID.
It wasn't that bad, but I do have brain fog from time to time. But I always had brain fog, so it's nothing that insane.
Yeah.
Green Chauffeur, live unboxings are the shit. I agree, dude. Anybody who wants to come on and unbox their shit live, you're more than welcome to, dude. Just let us know.
Hercules, he's the one who unboxed it last time. And so, yeah, if you got more Hercules, we can unbox them here too. Steph's. So if you can see my screen, we're at this tower, right? If you go to the first floor of this tower, basically you just drop down there. There's this game called Corona Zombies. If you just jump in and you type in your email, and then I think jump in again, you'll get issued a free asset. I think it's a crowbar. Yeah, a crowbar. You get issued a crowbar NFT, and then you could either continue playing or get that Pope.
Mm-hmm.
You remind me of something, man. So you were talking about the metas and different assets, and I was thinking about, if you guys noticed, Decentraland was trending today on Twitter. Well, at least trending in the tech section. And the reason is because good old Samsung entered the chat, right? And I think was it Samsung that they worked with in the past before?
Yeah, I remember they used to have those in the very early days of Decentraland where there was nothing out there. All they had were these weird gecko statues.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then they had these mobile phone displays, these 3D mobile phones.
Yeah.
Because they had this Samsung affiliation, right? Samsung was one of the early
they're the early testers, they're adopters, early adopters of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had the first foldable phone, they had the foldable displays, they had a lot of stuff, and I guess they were dabbling in the metaverse back in 2017, 2018.
But nobody really understood why.
Yeah.
Or actually, it wasn't Samsung, it was HTC.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't Samsung, it was HTC. Yeah.
Okay, so I got those confused. So, well, now that Samsung's kind of in the quote unquote metaverse, I wanted to talk about and get your thoughts on all these projects. We mentioned in the past for the last several weeks, especially after Zuckerberg changed their name to Meta, we knew that there's going to be a shit ton of metaverse projects kind of spawning up, and when that happens, at least 95% of those projects don't really intend to do anything with what they're doing. It's just capitalizing on the buzzword of metaverse. But what I wanted to talk about was Samsung being in the metaverse. And if you guys go and do the little event that they had, you basically interact with a couple of orbs. You click on a few things and you get issued these tokens, and then it will give you a chance to win some wearables. The part about quote unquote being in the metaverse and having such a, I don't know, just a very watered down experience of Samsung. I don't know if that really qualifies as being in the metaverse. What do you think, man?
Well, qualifying.
I mean,
to what context are we talking about? The literal meaning of these words, within? Technically they're in, right? If they have some sort of presence, I think they fulfill the semantic obligations of whatever it is they're throwing out there, right? We're in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Right? As far as the world understands, dude, you fucking high five, dude. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Right? But what are you saying? What does it mean to truly be in the metaverse?
Have some sort of functionality, some sort of integration in the metaverse where you're interacting with a side of Samsung that you wouldn't otherwise interact with by going to their website or going to their physical store.
I 1,000% agree. Yeah, what I would like to see Samsung doing is allowing or giving access to a more a different sector of a population, maybe let's call them metaverse citizens. Give them the access to interact with your company portfolio, whatever it is. If you sell headphones, earphones, cell phones, fucking what else does Samsung sell? Computers, shit like that. Let them interact with these point of sale portals within the metaverse and let them make these purchases or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Maybe if you want to do a customer service hub within the metaverse, do that too.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with you. That to me is truly being in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Right.
They have some sort of component, deep integration with the flexibility that the metaverse gives. Like you could imagine Samsung doing some crazy shit in the metaverse because I mean they have the development skills first of all, and then not only that they have like the IP and resources and assets to do something different rather than like depending on someone else to kind of build you a set, a little what do you call it? Something like a diorama that you kind of click through, and then all of a sudden, you know,
yeah.
You're
But if we refer back to the grayscale report that we kind of highlighted a month ago,
yeah,
there's roughly 50 to 100,000 people within the metaverse, like as far as like truly unique account members.
true.
And we're talking about the open metaverse here, like the blockchain version of the metaverse, not Roblox, not Fortnite.
Yeah,
they don't count.
Yeah.
The whole world's connected to that shit, you know, but we're talking about the open metaverse. There's roughly 100,000 or less people connected to that. So it's too early. You know what I mean? Don't you think?
It probably
for like
is.
a big company like Samsung to like invest that deeply to create some like actual legitimate portal of utility within the metaverse, you know?
Yeah, but I think that's going to be important. That is the difference between projects who claim that they're a metaverse project and those that are thinking about like the sustainability. I think that's going to be the huge like development component for the next 3 or 4 years when we hit that bear cycle and everybody's like putting their head down developing because nobody's talking about, you know, like freaking Lambo this and that, right? Yeah. So I think a lot of that time is going to be spent on figuring out like how do we integrate existing IP such as Samsung into the metaverse in a way where it's something meaningful. Yeah, something meaningful, something where their community can participate being a community member of Samsung, right? They have like a deep integration to Samsung. So so yeah, I mean, we think about that all the time just because we know how we could, you know, help Samsung be part of the metaverse, like legitimately. But you know, there's a lot of education that needs to happen because we feel like the metaverse is going to be like, if you think of a influencer today that says follow our Twitter or subscribe to our YouTube, they're going to say join our metaverse. And I think that's where the focus is going to be for a lot of the existing brands out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw that with in the sandbox with the whole Snoop Dogg thing.
Oh yeah, Snoop Dogg. That was a big deal.
That was a big fucking deal that happened over the holidays. Like Snoop Dogg, I mean, it was such a big deal. It made it onto the Joe Rogan podcast. Like it's expanding the zeitgeist awareness, right? Like Sandbox has gotten to the point where somebody as notable as Snoop Dogg wants some kind of presence, right? So what do they do? How do you bring Snoop Dogg into their metaverse?
Yes,
right. That's the big question. What do they do?
Well, yeah. Well, Snoop Dogg is a little different, but because I mean, I guess you could do anything with Snoop Dogg, but I feel like we can be very much more creative with how we're thinking about like implementing some stuff where Snoop Dogg's audience could really participate. But yeah, I mean, that I think that's what's going to be the focus of like legitimate projects of the metaverse in the future. Like we're seeing a ton of like PFP projects that are talking about the metaverse, but you know, most PFP projects are just you know, not there to really build, right? They're there to extract ETH from the community.
Harsh words, Willis.
Is there accurate words, man?
Damn, you're on a mission today, aren't you, dude? You're trying to burn some bridges today, dude. I like this, dude. I like this old school Will, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, man. The early days of Decentraland, we were talking a lot of shit just because, man, we felt like there's a huge opportunity that was being missed, and we were talking about play to earn like 2 years ago, and now Decentraland has this play to earn. What is it? Like payment structure now. And so now they're taking advantage of it. But it took something like Axie to blow up to get them to do that.
Hey, but no harm. I mean, that's expected, right? Yeah. Like it's just, we understand that from our perspective. Like sometimes you just kind of got to prove it, right? In order for people to kind of like fall in line.
That's like, been our entire existence. We can't really talk about anything. We got to show it.
Yeah. So yeah. Well, again, shout out to the Axie founders and community. We were there. I was paying attention to the Axie foundation since like 2018, right? Like I saw them begin their trajectory in the path. Everything they were doing was very sound and very communal. I had a lot of admiration for what it is they built, right? But never did I imagine it would explode to the magnitude that it's gotten to, right? A lot of people we knew, like, they were warning us, like, guys, you guys need to be paying attention to Axie because like they're doing it right.
Yeah,
and they were right, dude. Like these guys. I mean, yeah, I remember in the day there was like less than 100 people playing Axie, dude.
Yeah,
like it's unbelievable where they are today.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a testimony, dude. Like it can happen, and it's going to happen a lot, very frequently.
100%.
Especially in the metaverse.
Like Ethermon, they have like such a huge opportunity, right? It's all about like creating that closed loop ecosystem for a play to earn economy. And it goes, beyond Ethermon. Like any game creator out there, like that's what blockchain enables. You don't get like a fast user experience because you're using blockchain, right? In the gaming space, you have a play to earn experience. That's what is enabled with blockchain. So I think the hard part is like the economy of the game, because now, like you played World of Warcraft, that had an economy, but it wasn't necessarily sustainable because it wasn't an ecosystem like it had implications like it does with blockchain. And so yeah, I think that's like one of the hardest parts about a play to earn economy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, let's pick up this conversation back on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because now it's time. Let's recap with the chat, see what you guys are saying, and let's get the giveaway going.
Yeah, so let me set up the giveaway, and it's pretty easy. All you have to do is interact with the bot there, and then you guys are in. So let me set that giveaway up. All right.
Okay, it seems like there's an interesting conversation going on in chat. Okay, Green Surfer. At Corb, could it be possible for our Rovies to own NFTs like the Canaria birds? I thought that was really cool. Sounds interesting. Rovies will own the NFT accessories they wear. You'll delegate accessories to your specific Rovies. Yeah, Green Shifter, you're gonna have to explain to us these birds, dude. What is it exactly you're referring to? What do these birds do? For example, each bird has a backpack where it carries its items. It owns its NFTs. So what do you mean by it owns its NFTs? Like what are the account specifics to that? I'm curious. It's like your NFT has its own like Ethereum address that, because I mean your NFT might own something, but like you're still the conscious controller over it, right? Like you still decide. You're the true owner of those NFTs no matter what, aren't you? Let's see. Oh, it's integrated in the NFT. It's capable of owning other NFTs. Okay.
By the way, the giveaway bot is live. So go to the live chat and then just interact with that little emoji thing and you're in. And so in 10 minutes, we'll get a winner here. Iman, let's see.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Decentraland has implemented a time lapse thing in Decentraland?
Mm-hmm. I did.
That was one of the things that we talked about 2 years ago as well. Like one of the cool things that we thought Decentraland could do. Finally, it's in.
Well, like an actual presence of time.
Yeah, but I think it lasts like 1 hour or so, like daytime, and then it's like 1 hour a night. Something like that.
That's interesting. I wonder why they went that route.
I think you can set it because it's only local, right? I'm assuming that if people jumping into Decentraland right now, it's not dusk for them. Yeah.
Hercules says if he wins, he'll do his unbox live, dude. All right, dude. Good luck. Good luck, everybody. So you got like roughly 8 to 10 minutes or so to spam that confetti button on that bot. So yeah, we'll give away one transporter. Green Surfer. RMRK is building some revolutionary tech. If you don't know, find out. We love polka dot. How are we missing RMRK?
Remark. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, well, we need to get back into our habit of research, Iron Man, and
Agreed.
follow up on what we got going on. Chewy Loco. All right.
Yeah, we'll get back into that groove, dude, for sure. Especially with the whole polka dot ecosystem. I'm glad you share similar enthusiasm, Green Surfer.
Yeah, dude.
Like
they're doing it right over
yeah.
there. They are doing it right.
Anybody having issues with the PO app? I'm getting invalid access on the PO app.
Invalid access. Jay Summers, try to check your privacy settings in this Discord. So jump at the top left and click on privacy settings, and then make sure that you allow direct messages.
There you go. And there's that.
All right, cool. All right.
Hey, Chewy, did you get your PO app, dude? Let me know. If Chewy can get his PO app, then anybody can get their PO apps, dude. Chewy's been having some real issues, like, as of late. All right, you got it, dude. If Chewy can get it, everybody can get it, dude. Chewy, if you see anybody having issues in the chat, help them out, dude. Let them know what's up.
All right. Let's see what else. So we're going to implement a new channel for the Testers Guild. They're going to get a role. They're going to get a wearable, and everyone who has a Rovi right now is going to get a wearable. I think that it depends when that happens. Right now it's still like in development. We have a 3D modeler on it, so as soon as that's ready, you'll get issued those NFTs. Let's see what else. What else is going on?
You said in 24 hours. You said so. We're going to be reaching out for testers.
Yeah. So in 24 hours, we're going to get that thing going. And
that's a big deal. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you're going to at least start seeing transporters like deployed in Decentraland. And then from there, we're going to move on to the supercharger, and then eventually the hologram meta.
Okay, so this is a big deal, guys. This is the first act of like deploying the content of the Roviverse in the metaverse. Like, it might not seem like much once we're like going through the testing phase. I mean, because it's testing. Like how I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's really not that exciting because it's just, we're just testing things out here and there, but through the active testing, we're getting closer and closer to the inception point of like the Rovi matrix. It's certainly in Decentraland, but when you can extrapolate further in a much broader sense. So let's see what Oscar said.
Hologram, man, I wonder if we can have a button to replace your DCL avatar with your Rovi. I guess we could do that. Hell yeah, that's an interesting idea.
There we go, dude. Live fucking mindfuck, I guess. I don't know. So if you could wonder it, then most likely it can be made.
Yes. Yeah. See, that's the thing about
my philosophy on life. Like, if you could postulate like its existence, then it's like a 90% chance like it can actually be done. But how many fucking curvatures to get to that point is like undetermined, right? Like how difficult it actually is. That's the big question.
Well, when you have a developer postulate something, then yeah, it can be done. But if it's like some random person is like, hey, it's like, dude, I can fly. I was like, yeah, dude.
That's true. Yeah, if Oscar's the one who's coming up with the idea, then he's already gone through like the elimination of like 90% of those curves.
Yeah.
He's like, you know what? Like those curves, they're not a problem.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I wouldn't be throwing out this idea if they were. Right. So that's the good news.
So yeah, I mean, imagine that you click a button and all of a sudden your existing avatar turns into your Rovi, like your unique Rovi in your land. That's pretty cool.
I can't. Yeah, I'm excited to see any new development, right? Like it's just the metaverse. It's and I tried to make this point earlier, like how early everything actually truly is.
Yeah.
You know, like when you ask the question, like why is Samsung making these big announcements, and like all we see is like,
Click
you know,
here and click
the
that.
erection of like a fucking static sculpture, like.
Yeah.
Well, because that's just how early it is, right? Like they don't have really any other option at this point to really do anything of substance, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But once they're given that ability, like, yeah, I guarantee you they're going to be building some shit of substance, right? It's Samsung. It's a giant corporation,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. Man, did you see the Walmart version of the Metaverse on Twitter, Iron Man?
What? No, I didn't.
Think of the Matrix. Remember that Matrix scene where it's a white background and all these guns like just spawn and they shoot up, right? Well, that's kind of what they did with this this Walmart store, where the aisles just kind of spawn around you. And so this is a VR headset. You're wearing a VR headset, and like the aisles just kind of spawn, and you can grab some milk and put it into your cart, and that's how you go shopping in the metaverse. And so it kind of misses the point of like what the metaverse is really about, because they just recreated real life in VR.
Mm.
The only difference is you don't have to walk around, right?
What do you mean by that? It misses the point. Like, it should be some sort of like non-human experience, like something we're not like.
It should be.
familiar with?
It shouldn't emulate reality, right? Because that's what they did. Like milk looks like milk, right? The aisles look like aisles, shit like that.
So okay.
So
yeah.
But anyway, you should watch it, because I don't know. It's like a boomer trying to be, hip. It's kind of cringy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh no, dude.
It is.
I don't like cringe.
It's kind of cringy. Let's see. I'm trying to get in.
Super Tyler.
Can you talk a bit more about the deployment options? We discussed this before, but ideally I want to deploy my Rovi assets into my existing building in TCL. Last we spoke, it sounded like I would have to lose my existing scene. No, Super Tyler, you can merge an existing scene with metas, and this includes Rovi's, and so you can have your existing scene, merge that with metas, and now you have your Rovi walking around in your existing building. And there's a process for that, so I can find that link for you.
Yeah, definitely don't want there to be any conflict with existing creations for sure. Like meta content.
Oh, wait a minute. So let me take that back just a second. The reason why that doesn't work today is because Decentraland's update had messed with builder scene code. And so it doesn't work today anymore just because of that update, and Decentraland isn't planning on fixing it, right, after our request. So, however, I mean, if you're some sort of a developer, there's ways to fix it, but we can't automate that until Decentraland fixes this little bug that they created. And so Oscar can talk a little bit about that in the chat. So I'm trying to find the giveaway bot. Where the hell is it? Okay, here it is.
It's got to be pretty close to popping, right? It was deployed oh, dude, it's due. What happened?
It says it ends in 8 minutes.
In 8 minutes? She said a 20-minute timer?
No, I don't think so. I set a 10-minute timer. So if it's broken, we're going to have to.
POAP giveaway?
POAP giveaway for what? We already did a giveaway.
Wait, we did? The bot popped?
Well, this bot is for the transporter giveaway.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But if this bot doesn't work, we could use the POAP. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, remember? I see. Yeah. Okay. Well, then we'll have to do 2 next week. But eventually, this will pop. I mean, it's just delayed. I don't know why that happens.
New year, new problems, dude. I guess. Not surprised. Bad bot. Hey, what's up, Juxton? Yeah, I've never seen that to a prize body. Well, have we? I don't know. We've seen a lot. We probably have seen this before. We've definitely seen this before. Now that I'm thinking about it, we've encountered every problem possible when it comes to like live streaming.
Yeah.
And like giving away things. So this is nothing new. Shit happens. Everybody slapped about a bit. Hopefully wake it up. It's 2022. Time to get your shit straight. But yeah, it's time to go, dude. You're overdue. You should have popped like 3 minutes ago.
Okay, just chatting with somebody on YouTube. All right. So if it doesn't pop within the next 2 minutes, we're just going to give it some breathing room. Eventually it'll pop, and somebody will win. Maybe everybody's using this bot right now is like completely delayed.
Could be.
All right.
Well,
oh, you know what? Hold on. What is it? Let me try something. So let me re-roll.
Reroll. Uh-oh. Okay. Everyone pay attention.
All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. Nope, the bot is officially broken.
No way, dude.
I'm going to try one little thing here. Yeah, it's definitely broken, guys. All right, so what we're going to do is we can do 2 giveaways next week.
Holy shit, Hercules, dude.
Holy shit, 59%. What the?
Dude, what a Rovi, my guy.
Wow.
For those of you guys who don't know, dude, it is not easy to get a 59% flawless Rovi, dude. That is not easy.
Hell, that's got to be the highest one.
What's the POAP password?
It is
2022.
2022.
Yeah, 2022.
Wow, congrats, Hercules, on that roll there. And it's a pair, 11, 7, 88. Nice. Okay. All right, let's we'll probably either do one of 2 things. Either we'll do the same bot twice, so there'll be 2 winners next week, or we'll do the giveaway based on Popes next week. 2 3-in-1 NFTs. And yeah, man. Good old automation fails us sometimes, man.
That's not what Elon said, dude. What the hell? I thought this was supposed to be flawless stuff, dude.
Dude, Elon experiences all the time. That's why the Cybertruck is delayed. The Roadster's been delayed for like 3 or 4 years now already.
Yeah. Dude, fake news then.
It is fake news.
Automation overrated.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So oh, sorry guys. Damn, that sucks. I really want to give away this transporter.
Yeah.
If I could, I'd give you all transporters, but I'm not that cool. So you're gonna have to wait till next week, it sounds like. Next week, we'll give away 2, maybe 3. Who knows?
Oh,
I am that cool. 3. Thanks, Juxton. Appreciate that, dude.
All right, let's call it. Sorry, guys, about the giveaway. Stay tuned till next week. We will have some more updates. We'll have transporters deployed. We'll have more Pope action, warp speed, and then, of course, at least 2, maybe 3 NFT giveaways for Rovies. So appreciate you guys showing up. Happy New Year as always. Hope everything was safe, and we will catch you next week.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot of exciting news over the next few months, guys, so stay tuned. Everybody who, I don't know, I don't want to freaking, like, bait too hard, but, I mean, I'm telling you guys, you want to stick around, dude. Like, people say this shit on Twitter, you're going to regret it if you fucking don't stick around, dude. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even lying to you. You're going to regret it. That's all I can say.
Dude, on that note, such a good ending there, man. Yep. All right, guys. We'll catch you next week.
Peace out.